everyone, welcome to the Teacher's Time Off with Adora. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode on the Teacher's Time Off with Adora. I am your host, Adora Iguma. Welcome! I'm super excited that you are here. Now, if you are just coming across this YouTube channel for the first time, welcome. I'm super excited that you're here. I love you. Thank you so much for being here. And if you're yet to subscribe, why not just click on the subscribe button right now? Click, okay? And ensure that you also click on the bell button. And as you're doing that, don't just click on it. Just ensure that you see the parenthesis around the bell button, and also to ensure that it's on all, so that you know when I go live or when I post a new video. Please don't wait for me to continue. Just do it now. All right. Now, if you're a returning subscriber, oh, I love you. Thank you so much for always coming back. Thank you for always sharing my resources here. Thank you for always leaving comments and just encouraging me. Thank you so much for doing this. It's currently night here. It's Sunday and I'm shooting. You know, my mind is filled with like the assignments that I have to do and all that, but it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters, but I mean, right now, I'm here for you. Okay. All right. So let's dive in. So just like last week's video, this video is also very unscripted. I want to share with you a part of my life that just opened up recently. I mean, this year. So recently I became a diversity, inclusion and anti-racism presentations facilitator here in an organization, and it's been an amazing journey because it started for me in January, where I worked on a Black Lives Matter education project in my school, and that opened a door for the work that I presently do in this other organization, and it's been amazing. So I get to teach children that's from kindergarten to grade 12. I get to teach them on diversity, inclusion and anti-racism. I get to create content, I get to create a curriculum, I get to make slides and presentations, I get to go to different schools, meet different students, and just impact these children with the right knowledge. And one thing that, you know, I've really enjoyed in this process is just being back to the classroom. Yes, so like, even though like I'm not like in the classroom, but I'm really enjoying the fact that I get to meet with kids again. I get to meet with students again. I get to teach like the younger ones, because I've been teaching adults all the while. Like that has its own issues that I will share maybe later on, because teaching adult education is not even here. Like, so that has its own complications. So I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that I think of what I do, you know, my thoughts on diversity, inclusion and anti-racism as a diversity, inclusion and anti-racism presentations facilitator. Okay, so let's watch. So some of the things that I do on a normal day will be to do research a lot, like a lot. You just want to know what's happening in that space, create content, the curriculum, work, because I'm not the only one. We are 4 on my team presently plus our supervisor, that's 5. And then, you know, I have to go and teach what we have put together. Some classes are online, some classes are in person. I prefer in person anyway, because it just gives me that, you know, energy, and I can see the students, you know, I can have one-on-ones with them, you know, makes more sense. I'm not saying online doesn't make sense, but you get what I'm saying. So yeah, so my typical day, that's what I do. I just do all of those things: research, create slides, or I go to schools to teach and all of those things, or create resources for teachers, right? Now, my thoughts on diversity, inclusion and anti-racism will come from what I recently just learned. You know, I'm a sticker for sharing what I have learned. Critical race theory, right? That everyone has been shouting about. I'm not an expert. I just read about it, and you know, in recent times, I mean, especially this year, at the beginning of the year, I saw some videos of parents protesting, no, we don't want critical race theory to be taught to our children, yada yada yada. So even though to me some of them are racist or just colorblind racist, in the sense that because, you know, I don't see your color, so I don't judge you. I judge you by your character. You know, that kind of thing. It's not funny, but it's funny. You know, sometimes when I just think about people, when you're ignorant and then you don't know that you're ignorant, then it's crazy. Like, it's bad. When you don't know that you don't know, it's horrible. So that's the way some of them are. So, and some of them peer pressure. You know, the parent of this child is protesting. She's my friend. I will protest too, even though in their heart of hearts they know that, man, I really don't want to do this. Okay. So many parents protested, don't teach our children critical race theory, and many of them were of a certain color. Yeah, I'm just gonna pause there. Yes. So for me and critical race theory, I'm not talking about critical race theory now. I'm not teaching about it, but these are my thoughts. Really, these are my thoughts. Just stay with me, okay? All right, so what I believe when it comes to critical race theory and teaching children about race, because that's the whole issue. Don't teach my children about race, racism, and all of those things. Like I said, I'm not here to talk about that, but these are my thoughts. Especially being a diversity, inclusion, and anti-racism facilitator. Children have to be taught about race, one way or the other, whether we like it or not, because we cannot segregate, or we cannot ignore the fact that some children have been taught about race even right from when they were born. Some children have experienced racism from when they were, you know, of a young age, and it has followed them to when they were adults. We can't ignore the fact that in schools, racism happens. People disrespect each other because of the fact that they're from a minority group or the fact that they're from a marginalized group. We can't ignore the fact that policies and structures or systems that have been put in place are barriers for a certain group of people. We cannot ignore that fact. And as much as possible, like I said in my last video, we want our children to be whole. We don't just want our children to be intelligent. We don't just want our children to be spiritual. We don't just want our children to be a drop of one of the amazing things of the world. We want them to be whole individuals who are respectful, who understand that there are certain things and certain structures and systems that exist in the world that do not work for a certain group of people. We need to help our children understand that. And where do we start from? How do we start that conversation? And that's where I come in on a daily basis as a diversity, inclusion, and anti-racism presentations facilitator, teaching children how to show respect to another group of people, teaching children that we are diverse and it's okay to be different. Because where this thing starts from is when parents or people start telling children or telling other people that because people look a certain kind of way or come from a certain country or certain continent, then, you know, you treat them a certain way. You know, looking at stereotyping. For example, because this person comes from Africa, or because this person is Nigeria, all of a sudden that person is going to be rude, or that person is going to be a thief, or that person is going to steal from you, or that person is going to be violent, or that person is poor and broke, and that person lives on a tree. Right? So some people, you'll be shocked at the number of people that have this thought or ideology about a certain group of people. So as much as possible for our children and, preteens and teenagers, we need to begin to teach them that we are diverse, we are different, and it's okay. Some people come from different countries. Some people have different ethnicities, speak different languages, right? Some people have different genders, male, female. That's all I believe in. I'm Christian, so I don't believe in any other gender. That's your opinion. Male, female, we have men and we have women. We need to begin to tell our children that in other parts of the world, you will meet people that claim to have different pronouns or have male, that can be male today, can be female tomorrow, and they can, they are fluid, they can be anything. You have to expose your children to those things, but keeping them grounded on the truth, but telling them that there are some people that are like that, and you should not treat them in a manner that is condescending, right? We need to begin to teach them that there are some people that are different from us. There are people that are differently abled, right? We need to begin to teach our children these things. And we need to begin to teach them how to include those people regardless. And even if you are a Christian, you need to begin to teach your children how, especially Christians, you need to begin to teach your children how to deal with these people. with love, with respect, including them. That is inclusion. That's where inclusion comes to play. Telling them that it's okay, you're different from me. We don't agree. Like whatever your beliefs are different from mine, but it doesn't mean that when you come to ask me for help, I'm not going to help you. Right? Or when I see that you need help or support, I will not help you. Right? So we need to begin to teach our children this, and especially for the Christian parents. Don't teach your children to be violent, or parents of other colors, you know. You need to begin to teach your children how to respect people of color, people from other groups, people from other countries. Don't box your children in a way that they begin to think that the only people that exist are themselves and their families. And when they see people that are different from them, they feel like it's okay to treat them anyhow. We need to begin to teach our children team spirit, collaboration, how to build friendship, how to build relationships. How to make friends, right? How to be affectionate, how to show compassion. I'm really hitting on Christian parents, Christian teachers, Christian schools, because in this age it is it's become almost a norm for people to shield our children. We begin to shield our children from certain things because we don't want them to know. Trust me, they will know, and you don't want them to know from outside, because the way other people have been taught might not be the right way, and you don't want your child taking from what is wrong, having a wrong ideology. So you want to begin to teach your children that. You want to begin to teach your children that there's something called racism, that there are a group of people or people of color that are treated unfairly because of the color of their skin, or from the country from the countries that they are from. You have to begin to tell your children that sometimes if you go to other countries, that there are people that will see you on the road and shift away from you because you look a certain way. You need to begin to tell your children that, and you need to begin to tell your children, if they are from other colors, if you're white, that they are children of other colors, but it doesn't mean that you treat them differently. They are humans just like you. We are all different, and that's what makes the world beautiful. If we're all the same, if everywhere was white, it will be boring. If everywhere was black, it will be boring. Right? We need to begin to teach our children these things. We need to begin to teach our children microaggressions, or what microaggressive statements are or comments are. Oh, you're Nigerian? You don't talk like a Nigerian. Oh, really? So how should I talk like? How should I speak? Oh my God, you're African. Wow, you sound so good. Oh my God, I thought Africans were broke and poor. Really? Some of us that are even Africans, we make these microaggressive comments. Yeah, some of us that are people of color, we make these comments to other people that are of color. So it's not... even though we're looking at racism and all of these things, where it all boils down, especially for the children, on respect. For me, I'm really big on that part of respect. So one thing I teach them is everyone is unique, everyone is different. That's okay. We need to respect that. Respect that. Their opinions are different from yours. Respect that. Their beliefs are different from yours. Respect that. It doesn't mean that you are all of a sudden going to say, oh, makes sense, like, oh, take on their belief systems. No. But if you tell your child that you go to class and then someone tells you, oh, it's okay to be fluid, it's okay to be male today, female tomorrow, no gender next. You need to teach your child that you don't be rude to that person. Just tell the person, no, I don't believe that. This is what I believe in. And if the other person is trying to force their own beliefs down their throat, then you teach them how to respond as well. So you don't teach them that, oh, treat them in a violent way. Go and report to the authorities. Talk to me about it. I'm talking like as a parent. Talk to me about it. Ensure you tell me what's going on. Okay. So the work that I do, it's so important. I take it so it's so dear to me, really, because of the children that we are dealing with, the teenagers that we are dealing with. Some of them have been treated unfairly, and they don't know how to respond except through violence, which is wrong. We need to begin to teach them respect. Again, like I shared in my last video, we need to begin to teach our children how to show respect to people who are not like us. You see someone that is differently abled from you, you don't assume that the person cannot offer anything because they're differently abled. No. Give people a chance, right? Give people a chance. And then when you see that, oh no, this person is not, then you'll be like, okay, I'm sorry. I can't, this is not what I believe in. This is not, I can't handle this. But you tried, you gave them a chance, right? So it all boils down to respect for me. Teaching children how to respect other people. Teaching children about history as well. I don't want to go down critical race theory path, but I hope I have been able to share with you, some lessons. I hope you picked something from all that I have said about the work that I do. Maybe some other time I'll show you what I really do, in details. I don't know if I'm permitted to, but if not, oh well and good. I mean, I've shared for today. So if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up, like, click the like button right now and share your comments. Like, what do you think? How do you think we should begin to teach our children how to respect people of color, how to be more inclusive, right? How do we begin to teach our children that we are very different, that there are some things or some cultures that you see here that do not exist in another country? Even in your home, there are some cultures that exist in your home that does not exist in your friend's home. So how do we begin to teach our children that we are very different? Like, everyone is different and unique. No two snowflakes are the same. No two thumbprints are the same. Even twins are not the same. So we need to begin to teach our children these things. So what are your lessons? Let me know. What did you learn from this video? What would you begin to do, or what strategies or I don't know the word. So what would you begin to do today to help your children learn about diversity, help your children to become more inclusive, and help your children to know that we need to respect people? All right, let me know in the comments. I remain Adora Iguma. If you're yet to subscribe, please do that right now. Subscribe, and also don't forget to click on the bell button. Click the all, the one that has all in front of it. Ensure you do that. I remain your host. I will see you next week, Tuesday. Stay blessed.